Okay, Tribi gets hit. We are gonna, you can see, okay, this is an excellent example of Hia at work. If this was Hue, I'm pretty sure she's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Holy overworking. Yep, I've been wearing the same shirt for the past 8 videos because I cranked them all out in a single day. Because that's your streamer, W streamer, W music. Can't get 50 subs right now. I'm just kidding. Okay, but today we are going to be talking about before you pull Hyacine. And I have been playing with Hyacine for I think the past 7 hours now. Very W unit. And we also, in case you guys haven't seen, no spoilers, but I also tried to do a 0 cycle. This is in fact on my free-to-play account with Hia as well as a global passive. So without further ado, let's just jump into before you pull Hyacine. And the very first thing you guys are going to be noticing, aside from the fact that my camera is bigger now, I have already demonstrated sort of the comparison between the differences of Hyacine as well as the E6 Gallagher when it comes to the overall clears in full auto on MOC, Apoc as well as Pure Fiction, right? So if you want to take a look into a little bit more of an in-depth explanation as to what I think about their kits, how the performance is going to be differing, kindly check out the early access video. So for today specifically, I am personally going to be skipping through the Memory of Chaos portion. The Pollux boss right now, it is very shield for Castorice. So if you are pulling Hyacine for the sake of improving your Castorice teams, just know that this is not going to be the case, because this is specifically for the Pollux box. If you want an opinion of whether or not you should pull Hyacine for other DPS, I'll just answer this right now, right? For my personal opinion, should you pull Hyacine for any other DPS aside from Castorice, I would say it's not as relevant, it's not as important, it's not as urgent compared to Castorice. For Melee mains, Blade mains, Aggro mains, all the other mains, your urgency will never be the same urgency as Castorice. This is not to say that Hyacine is completely dog shit in any other team. Absolutely not. I think in terms of the comfort, in terms of sustain, just the overall heals and the cleanse you're getting from a kit for pretty much any team that you want to run in, you are definitely going to feel it in your Apoc Shadows, Memory of Chaos, your Pure Fiction, all that kind of stuff, right? Other than that though, the reason why I would say Castorice mains have a higher urgency is just because of how well she synergizes with this entire kit. Because not only does she double as a healer, she also doubles as a battery, right? She is basically Castorice Ting Yun combined with the additional damage from EK as well as all the max HP they're going to be getting for entire team, which also pairs up very nicely for Tribi, because Tribi is also going to be a max HP guy. And if you want to run this with RMC, run this with My Day, this entire team synergizes very well. And all the other DPSs, even though she works, she will never be as synergistic. It's almost as if like a previous situation where she will be pulling for Jiao Qiu for Akron, and if you should, she will be pulling for Jiao Qiu in other DPSs, like for example, Jiao Qiu for Yun Li, Jiao Qiu for Argenti, because technically you have ultimate damage and vulnerability. And me personally, it's not as urgent, because eventually, someday, somehow, you're probably going to be either running a sustainless run for your other DPSs, or 2, they might get an even more synergistic sustain compared to the sustain dedicated for Castorice, right? So hopefully this answers your question as to whether or not you should pull for Blade and My Day, which in my opinion are the 2 more popular units of contention, whether you should even be pulling for Hyacine for them. I would say that My Day, you really need to note that her single target healing is not the best. What I've noticed with My Day, he's always consistently taking damage either from the enemy's taunt or his own HP killing his own life, which means that if his HP is going to be that low and this is going to be an AoE heal, you can't really trigger God Slayer as much, because this is based on your percentage max HP, right? On your current HP. So if his HP is very low, you don't get enough charge. I would say that her synergy with Blade is actually very good, especially if you get the S1. But the thing is, Blade is getting a reward in True before, so I don't really know what his kit is going to be like anymore in the next patch. But if you really can't wait, especially as a Blade mate in 2025, then I would say you can feel free to just go for it. But me personally, since Blade mains have already waited this long, you have waited for 2 years for this balance patch, he is coming, I would say there's no harm waiting just a little bit more for the rerun and just see whether or not you really need Hyacine for Blade. Because who knows, what if the Blade buff makes him so good, you can still run Blade with, like, for example, Gallagher, Luocha, or all the other 5-star sustains, which means you could have potentially saved up that 1 slot, which you can then use to vertically invest into other supports or DPS, right? So me personally, I will just hold off, right? So hopefully this answers the question of which players should be looking into pulling for Hyacine. We are just going to jump straight into Apoc. You can see the difference between Hyacine is going to be over here. To be fair, this is the early access server, so now I'm going to do a demonstration on my own account, which is going to be MrPokke, the free-to-play account with very abnormally relatable relics. So yep, let's go. Whoa, big. We're just gonna let it clap. let it clap, because I feel like this entire team is like super auto-friendly. The AI is basically doing what the AI has to do every single scenario. You'll use your skills, cast your ultimate whenever, and always full slam on pull-ups. So on full auto, there shouldn't be too big of a disparity with regards to what skill you should be using. Now maybe sometimes the ultimate timings, but generally speaking, it's not going to be that big of a difference. Okay, Trigger B pops up again. WDDD activates. Okay, Tribi gets hit. We are gonna, you can see, okay, this is an excellent example of Hyacine at work. That was the perfect example of what Hyacine could do. Doesn't matter what you use her on, by the way. Because this could happen to anyone. If this was Huan, I'm pretty sure she's dead. But because of the consistent heals you are getting from Ika, even after getting punched in the face like 4 consecutive times, Tribi still maintains at a relatively healthy spot, right? So this is something that players might want to consider outside of even just the utility-based focus. Because I feel like her sustain and comfort is so very good, right? So that was a perfect example right there. Okay, boom. We're gonna let this go. Get a little bit of a hit. 184,000 follow-up, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna let this go. Okay, for that moment specifically, we went manually. I will just hit for the bug so we can spawn a little bit more insects. But it's okay, not too big of a difference. 56, punch with Mimi. 82%, didn't really get control. Okay, this is gonna be fine. Okay, look at here. Look at it! Look at that amount of sustain. Saving RMC. Huan could never, by the way. Huan literally could never. If that was Huan, bitch would have died 10 years ago. So, that was 2 times of an example. I feel like this True Storm is just an excellent way to showcase the sustained capabilities of Hyacine. Because the moment you get marked, you can't do shit. And then all the bugs are just gonna swarm at you. Quite literally swarm at you. So, it is what it is. We do have a very nice little Mimi support over here at the perfect timing. Tribi is chilling. I believe this should be bring us into phase 2 afterwards. So Castorice goes in. Pop. Okay, let's see if this gets out to phase 2. Okay, 4% for my life. Okay, anyway, yeah, something's just never changed. Something's never changed. Very good. Yo, mods, can you please remember to clip every single 1%, by the way? Every single time we get a 1%, just clip it and send it to mine, bro. Because I want to have a 10-hour montage by the end of 2025. How many times you got a 1%? Thank you. 10-hour 1% montage. 1% energy, 1% HP, 1% roll, all the 1%. Right? Very good. Okay, let's see this. MrPokke hating on Huawei because he lost 57 times. What? Okay, anyways, booms, we are gonna get a toughness lock after this, I believe. We do get a hit over here, which is gonna lead to a full blast. I don't think I can prevent the toughness lock. So, I don't think the bugs are enough to get us the break as well. So, we're just gonna have to tank it. Okay, even all of the bugs popping is not going to be enough because it's still at 1.5 toughness bar, so it's a little bit high. Mimi has, okay, you can notice how Mimi speed tuning here in full AI is actually very synergistic. Every single time after Castorice goes, Mimi actually follows up immediately after, which gains us the maximum action value. 184k follow up from Ika is actually ridiculous. Okay, immediately follows up with another dragon, almost 100% dragon uptime because of Mimi's extra turn, which is something that, in my opinion, it might be even more valuable than the Mighty Duo DPS because you get so much action value from this entire thing over here. We generate a lot more stacks for Castorice. So we're gonna get punched in the face by the out here, but I don't think we should face any sustained issue, right? It should be fine. Big out. Yeah, no reaction. Okay. Go back in. Hyacine is gonna pop. And then Mimi is gonna pop. Should be getting 100% over here. Okay. 245,000. Okay, at this point, I'm not sure you guys noticed. Every single time Hyacine's E-card did a damage, that damage number goes up. Because of the way the tally of healing works, the more you heal, the more this damage adds up. So now it's already doing at 245,000 follow-up. And maybe, okay, I want to say see the next follow-up, but I'm pretty sure the guy is already dead here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy is dead here for 1709 AV clear, if I'm not mistaken. 4%. Pop this over here. Doesn't matter because the bug should be exploding. Adios. And there we go. So there is going to be a 1709 clear on a full auto with Hyacine. Now we're going to go on into the second half against Hoolay. Okay. 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 Boom. 427 insta-kill, both halves, 2 stacks of Bloodlust. Okay, this Hoolay gives us a lot of hits, so it's gonna give us instant 100% on Mimi. Gives us the extra action, pops back in with our ultimate. And then this is gonna fry in with another follow-up. Castorice slices, we get the extra energy. Huge heals, 77%. Follow backs up. Ika flies in with the first hit at a 115,000. Okay, logging Castorice right here. Right, that's gonna instantly summon our dragon to 2v1. Get up on this but a bitch ass. Very, very good. 1v2. And then we should be able to just get ourselves another dragon immediately after this. 93%. 100% again. Okay. Okay. Oh, not quite enough to break, unfortunately. Not quite enough to break. Single target damage is roughly 237. Okay, and then we're gonna get a huge hit over here. I'm pretty sure we break from this after we kill them. Okay, boom, pops. Oh, unfortunately, we did waste one dragon. I mean, it is what it is, because either we summoned a dragon or didn't summon a dragon. That Apocalyptic would have given us a full health refund anyways, so it is what it is. This will then be after weakness broken. We get a hit of 0%. Wow. No 1% this time. 1807 score remaining. Hits this back in. Mimi comes back up for an additional action, very advanced 93%. 3v4s out with the ultimate. Booms in, and then afterwards we are going to be getting a Hia here. Okay, I definitely need to upgrade my RMC tracer, because generally speaking, after your RMC uses a skill one time, you should be getting like 10% new buff, especially with Mimi's health upgraded. So, note to self, level up your tracers, level up your tracers, level up your tracers, right? But in any case, we're just gonna let this back in for the full go. And then he's gonna start dueling. And there it is. 1v1s. A little bit unfortunate that the rest of the units in my team are actually not getting too much of uptime, because, you know, it's sort of just like a 1v1 scenario. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think we break this as well, but after this, we're gonna be able to cast a Hia ultimate, and I think that should bring us into a very nice, probably 1,700 clear still. Yeah, it should still be a 1,700 clear, unless it's not. 95%, 97%. Oh, 97%. Not quite enough to get the dragon. Very unfortunate. So it is gonna be a 1687 AV remaining. Pop. Explode. Boom, 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 boom. Bring this back in, and there is gonna be a one. Okay, I guess Hia wants to kill still. Can you kill still? Can you kill still? Okay, Ika just stole Castorice's kill for a grand total of 1687 score for 3687 second half against Hoolay, right? So first half 37, second half 36. So that is going to be our Apoc Shadows, and now finally we're just going to show you guys a pure fiction, and that's going to wrap up our before you pull here. Finally, I can bench Bailu, one ugly little shit. I am finally free from Bailu after 10,000 years. For Bob's account, Hia's value is absolutely insane, by the way. Because even if Bob didn't have Castorice, we probably would have still put for Hyacine, just because it was our first ever limited sustain. Like, the step up from a Bailu to a Hyacine is absolutely like heaven and earth. So even without it, that would have been a huge value for us. So yeah. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, actually, it's time for a little bro to retire. It's time for a little bro to retire. Okay, I do wonder how is Hia's damage output is going to be in pure fiction. Pop this back in. Big hit from this guy. 115,000. No problems whatsoever in getting the mobs, actually. Okay, spawns in a new wave. Castorice sums back in. Gets a Tribi. I think this might also be closely tied to the performance of Tribi, because Tribi is honestly really, really good in pure fiction as well. So definitely have some sort of a benefits over there. Another follow-up, 73k. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, they are all transforming. Is the guy gonna explode? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, the guy exploded. But I think it's okay, right? Okay, so we get the full clear here. It's okay because the moment we exploded, we should be... Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do that anyways. Yeah, okay, it's not that bad. Because Trivi would have just basic anyways. 388,000 EK hit. Instantly clearing the entire wave. Holy shit. Very, very good damage right now. To be fair, it is with the pure fission buff, but damage is still damage. Swiping with a Castorice, 800,000, bring us to the second half. We are still at a very comfortable 0 cycle, and I believe. And the dragon will really shine in the second wave because it is going to be the single target elite that's going to be a little bit strong. And then Hyacine is going to help us get a charge needed to get the single target dragon back up again. 2.5 million. Holy shit. Okay, bring this back up. Hyacine activates the heal. You can see that the energy here is actually very, very comfortable. Not too much of an energy issue as long as she gets hit. So we actually wasted like a turn here, sort of. God damn, bruh. 100% flies the fuck in. I'm pretty sure this can get us to second half. I'm pretty sure this gets us to second half. Boom, 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 boom. Arise. Hit. 3%. Oh my god. Please, bro. Please, bro. Please. 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 There it is. No more 1%. Actually, 0 cycling wave 1 and 2. And now it's gonna be our 1 cycle. Now it's gonna be our 1 cycle. Flies the back in. 72%. Mimi hits us again. Oh, if only our RMC actually used her skill there. That would have given us an instant action value advance. Which would have been very, very nice. Okay. Unfortunately, I think the dragon gets to go, right? Oh my god. The 3B follow-up made me waste the Mimi hit. Oh, that is actually so wasted. We could have gotten an additional Castorice action over here. Okay, we are getting a lot of swipes. Big hit from the dragon. Yeah, the 3B additional follow-up actually cucked us a little bit because by right, that dragon would have just went off instantly. I think there's one instance where manual would have been better than the AI. If we just manually use RMC skill there, we could have gotten the charge instantly. That we wouldn't waste any value. 375,000 damage now from the EK follow-up. Back into 166, follow-up 162. We're gonna skill. Mimi punch. Yeah, right. Well, we actually lost so much value from the hit just now. Wait, unless DDT pushes back up. Okay. How much speed needs Hyacine in best in slot? At least 200. If you don't have 200 speed, you don't get a HP buff, which is very, very bad. So at least bare minimum 200. Other than that, just go as fast as you can. Touch on 100 HP skills on future content. I mean, I don't know what's the future content. So far, they are doing very, very well, though. Especially Castorice, because she's our brand new girlfriend. Boom, 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 boom. Hit this. 2.4. Okay. Can we actually get a 0 cycle? Oh, not a 0 cycle, sorry. 40k clear. It's looking a little bit sussy. 77. Follow up 78. Okay, never mind. Okay, we got it. Okay, we got the heal. We got the heal. Pop back in 100%. Ika goes. 399,000 follow. I think at this point Ika has probably dealt like 2 million damage right now across every single wave. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. Kavya just so fucking beefy. It's actually ridiculous how fucking beefy she is. Pop off the ultimate from Tribi. Follows this up with the DDD. Gets a heal. Ika flies back in. 652k. Bro, the damage just keeps going more and more and more and more and more and more. Now it's 652k. E0 S0 by the way. E0 S0. Very, very substantial damage. Okay, this is our last wave. Can we please get ourselves a 0 cycle? Okay, dragon, 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 dragon go, dragon go. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a 0 cycle. So there is gonna be a 40k clear with 1 cycle remaining. Yeah, technically 1 cycle remaining, right? Before the thing expires. Really straightforward. Against the first half, which is technically not really supposed to be built for Castorice because she doesn't even have a quantum weakness. Like I said earlier, I'm assuming by the time you watch this part of the video, should you be pulling Hyacine for Castorice, right? For other units, I already said my piece, so I'm not going to repeat myself anymore. I would say, if you don't pull Hyacine now, if you still want to use Castorice, You will pull her eventually. I think that's the best way to describe it. You might not need her now. Right? You might not feel like you need her right now for Castorice, because the environments for Castorice, they are very, very beneficial because it's on like a rate up environment, right? But in the future, once this all goes away, you are going to pull for it eventually. So it really depends on like what you prioritize now. I would still personally prioritize the Fate collab, especially for the gacha gamers that play gacha games, right? Fate collab is a collab banner. So that is my #1 priority. It is greedy and stupid. It has nothing to do with meta. I think players should be allowed to have fun. So pull for Saber, right? Pull for Saber, X, all that kind of stuff. But in the future, if you still want to play Castorice, especially when the shield environment is gone, I would say Hyacine is eventually going to find her spot into your Castorice team one day or the other, right? For all the other DPS, I think there might be even more synergistic support or sustains in the future. So that's gonna be there. And with that, we have come to the end of before you pull for Hia. Word of the day is gonna be overworking. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, bro. My throat is like legit dying, guys. I've been yapping non-stop for 8 hours. So very, very overworking. Let me know what guys in the comments below. Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, join to use code Pokke for 10% off gamers to support your local friendly HSR E7 Gary. Yippee! Exclamation GS for code Pokke for 10% off. All the best for guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Have some sunshine. Night. Stars echo. Mavis, dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Guide with the rainbow bridge.
I'll overcome the thorn torment and doubt farewell.